Okay, I'm back again, William. And Jesus Christ, man, I just made a video about you a day or so ago. And the reason why I made that video, exposing more lies about you, is because you just can't stop fucking bringing my name up. I just can't get rid of you. You're like that little piece of shit in the toilet that just won't flush. Every time you flush and it does its cycle, it comes back. That's the perfect, example of what you are, William. Once again, you're on minds.com. And shit, you say, well, there's something to remember, Minds. If a person cuts and pastes the same video into a person's comment section multiple times, that really shows that they are an obsessive nutcase. Such is the case with Eric, I won't say my last name, and then Violet Van Doren, Bobby Livingston, Vanessa Stanko, Danny Knight, Anitra DiLorenzo, and we can't forget Billy Jack, all also known as Horror Socials Media. Please consider that all these people are mental cases and move on and ignore their crap. Okay, now, I wouldn't be making this video, but once again, like I said, you're that little piece of shit that won't get flushed. You gotta bring my name up again. So, sippy sippy. I'm gonna make another video to expose more of your lies. Now, in my last video, I mentioned your confrontation with Bobby Livingston, and Bobby was someone who's apparently been harassing you for 2 years. This was on your personal Facebook page, and it's long and it's very long-winded, and basically you're talking out of your ass again. You'll just see, you can't really read the text, but you'll see how long it is once this darkens. Look at all that. Okay, see? Now, I'll paraphrase and just, give the Cliff Notes version of old Willie Patterson. He says, well, one of the pathetic turds that has been harassing me for the last 2 years showed his face today while I was out of the courthouse walking to Carl's Jr. to get a burger, something I haven't done in a couple months. Bullshit. Just look at you, William. I know for a fact that you've been eating burgers and greasy food and stuff like that. I mean, first off, you say you live on a $1 burger budget, which means you eat nothing but burgers. I know for a fact that you've sent me many messages saying that you love to go to your corner market and get these, microwavable hamburgers. A burger's a burger. Anyways, and here you go. This is Willie again. Anyway, this pathetic piece of trash who calls himself Bobby Livingston came up to me while I was waiting to cross Veterans Avenue in Redwood City. He came up to me and snickered and said, Willie, you do look like fat bastard. He then laughed at his joke and proceeded to walk to the corner near Chef Chen's Chinese restaurant to cross. Okay, and then you say, now excuse me, Bobby. He'll hear about this, I promise you. Of course he will. You stand there and make a crack about me. Why don't you take a good look in the mirror, retard? Once again, William, using the R word. I mean, you talk about how we bash you and use, vulgar language and stuff like that. How many times do you use the word retard? How many times do we report you using the word retard to Facebook and your post gets pulled? For one thing, you and your buddies make cracks about my cleanliness and hygiene. Well, yeah, have you seen yourself, William? You're always fat and greasy, and we can just smell you through the computer screen. Yet you look like a homeless guy who has spent the last couple months in the gutter. Your shirt is overwhelmed with wrinkles. But at least he doesn't have sweat stains and food stains on his like you do, William. And we know you do because you wear the same fucking shirt in all of your goddamn videos. And wow, his shirt is overwhelmed with wrinkles. Big insult. Your jeans are ratty as hell. You are still wearing the same dirty, once white tennis shoes that were the last 3 times you bugged me in public. So, 7-time published author, you forgot some words with what you were writing. And they're not getting any cleaner. You yourself look like you haven't had a bath in 3 weeks. The fat pot calling the fat kettle black. Your black 3-week-old beard is ratty and untrimmed. How do you know his beard is 3 weeks old, William? Have you been stalking him? Knowing that he hasn't shaved in 3 weeks? And have you looked at yourself, William, when you try to grow a beard or try to grow a goatee? Doesn't look very good. Again, fat pot calling the kettle black. Let's see here. Your hair is so greasy and unkempt. We've seen you without a hat on, Willie. We now know why you always wear them. And frankly, your face looks like that of a meth addict. So honestly, asshole, you got nothing to say about anybody. Oh, and also, jackass, you don't carry a pizza box under your arm. The pizza turns into a blob on the side of the box. Of course, you would know how to properly carry a fucking pizza box, you fat fuck. And I'm sure you probably learned through example because you were probably dumb enough to carry it like that as well. It wouldn't stop you from fucking eating that pizza blob. But as I said, you're retarded, so I rest my case. Pot, kettle. You may think you got me good because I'm ranting. Nope. I'm ranting because a pathetic excuse of a human being like you thinks you can judge me. Yet you are always judging other people if they don't agree with you, William. If they have a difference of opinion other than you, they're assholes or retards, and you block them. You don't give them a chance to explain themselves or explain their opinion. It's either Willy's way or the highway. You hypocrite son of a bitch. Now, let's see here. Nope, I'm ranting because a pathetic excuse of a human being like you thinks he can judge me. But as I said, you and your buddies are immature retards. Rampage all you want. I'll just clean up the crap and move on because I actually got a life. No, you don't. Unlike you and your buddies, being stupid and immature impresses no one. Hence why you, your entire life, your entire writing career, have impressed no one. Plain and simple. It's like you're speaking about yourself, which I find very ironic. Now, here's the thing. So you had a confrontation with some bum, if you had that confrontation, and you say that bum was Bobby Livingston. Okay, very well could have been. You never know. But here, as I read earlier on Minds.com, your post about horror socials media, blah, blah, blah. Someone commented and said, never trust a stanko, meaning Vanessa Stanko. You respond to that person saying, definitely. I don't even know this bitch, talking about Vanessa, and she decided to trash on me because her boyfriend, Bobby Livingston, I didn't know that they were actually dating. Congratulations, you two. I'm sure you'll be a wonderful couple. It's sweet that some asshole like Billy, I was going to say Billy, but asshole like Willy brought you guys together. I was going to say Billy. I'm thinking of your number one fan, Billy Jack. But it's awesome, William, that you brought two people like Vanessa Stanko and Bobby Livingston together. Although I didn't know that they were a couple. So I'm thinking you probably just made that up like you do. All these little stories that run around in your jumbled brain. Now, definitely, I don't even know this bitch. And once again, you always call women bitches for some reason. And she decided to trash on me because her boyfriend, Bobby Livingston, whom I also don't know and have never done anything to, decided to try and trash my reputation for chuckles and grins. Now, wait a minute. So there you say you don't know Bobby Livingston and you've never done anything to him. But what about this post here about this confrontation? So either A, that was just some random bum that fucking hates your guts. It's possible because there's so many fucking people that hate you, William. I'm a part of a bunch of Friday the 13th Facebook groups, and I've never brought your name up in a group or even on my personal page, and your Camp Crystal Lake novels were brought up, and I said something about how what did I say? I said something about how it's interesting that it's a series of Friday the 13th books, but Jason Voorhees isn't involved. And eventually, someone mentioned that they heard that William Patterson, aka Eric Morris, was a freaking asshole. And it's funny how your books are posted, and then some random person knows or asks a comment about you being an asshole. So right there. And then you say, you've never done anything to Bobby. Well, what the hell was this post that you did? You know, you bashed him publicly on your Facebook page. That's, you know, it's like a smear campaign against Bobby Livingston. So, wait a minute. You don't know Bobby. You've never done anything to Bobby. Yet you've been confronted by Bobby, and then you publicly bash him on your Facebook page. Now, either you're confused, you know, too many meatball subs affected your brain, or you're lying. I'm going to say a little bit of both, William, because we all know you're mentally imbalanced. We all know you've spent time on the couch, as you've said it. You've admitted that yourself. We're pretty sure you've taken medication before, because we've seen your video to your Russian fans, and instead of your usual ranting and raving and high blood pressure and, you know, you're choking on pickles when you're doing a food review, or your useless coffee vlogs, you're very robotic. You're very quiet. You're very slow. And you talk like this. You're hardly moving. You're obviously doped up on something. And that's great, William, because you obviously need medication so you don't have a 15th heart attack. So maybe you should go back on the meds. But right then and there, or right here, I prove that you're once again fucking lying. You've never met Bobby Livingston. That confrontation never fucking happened at Carl's Jr. And you're just making up shit just to get support from people, when I think by now everyone knows you're a fucking Looney Tune. So, once again, I gotta waste my time making a video on you, just to prove that you're a liar. And it's once again because you have to throw my name out. And it's funny that you throw my name out on Minds, which no one really fucking uses anyway. And the only one that fucking follows you on Minds are your fucking haters. So, I only make these videos, Willie. I don't waste my time on Minds, and I've never spoken about you on Facebook. I have challenged you publicly, you know, to talk to me on Twitter, but all you did was just fucking block me. So, but yeah, once again, William Patterson is a fucking liar. Proof right there. I'd like to tell you to say something about it, Willie, to me, but you won't. You'll just run and hide, like the coward that you are. So, I will say, have a nice day. I don't really mean it. I hope your back injury is better. Take some more of that Flexerol. I'm pretty sure you can use it since you never had a fucking heart attack to begin with. I will just say, also, sippy sippy. Keep America strong, and tell William Patterson to go fuck himself.